Oh no. All right, so we're good. All right, what's up, guys? Yeah, this weekend, as I promised in my last 2K live stream, I promised y'all I would bring you guys some Madden live stream. It's been a while since I've live streamed on Madden for sure. So, you know, the new league year is starting up. I guess the NFL hasn't been infected by the coronavirus just yet, so business is going to be business as usual. So, today's live stream is going to be trying to rebuild last year's worst team, the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I've already gone ahead and simulated through the 2019 season, and I'm going to show you how, unfortunately, this rebuild isn't going to be as realistic as you might hope for. So, obviously, in real life, the Bengals, they didn't win 5 games. They only won 2, if I'm not mistaken. But in 2019, in the simulated season that I did, Bengals finished 5-11, and here's a couple surprising things. We actually had a couple of standout players. So I'm going to show y'all a couple of other things, because we actually had a couple of standout players, surprisingly enough, from this season. So let me see if I can show you guys that. Yeah, let me go to awards right over here. Actually, not weekly awards. I want to show you yearly awards. So we actually had Joe Mixon, our starting running back, make the Pro Bowl. Yeah, he was one of our only other, I think he was our only Pro Bowler. However, we actually had a guy win Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jermaine Pratt, 74 overall. He won Defensive Player of the Year, finished just ahead of Devin Bush from the Steelers. So, yeah, so we actually have, I guess you could say, a bit of a young core to build on. However, it doesn't change the fact that this team is still not very good. So, I'm going to go ahead and do a live stream of just kind of the offseason, going through free agency and the draft, kind of looking at this team. It's not really super bad, because I don't really know. Then again, you know, I know in real life AJ Green had a serious injury and he was out for most of the season. But Andy Dalton's a 73 overall. That's still pretty decent for a quarterback. Ryan Finley and Jake Dolgala, I guess that's how you pronounce his name. I don't really know. None of those guys I really see as being our quarterback for the future. So we're either going to be looking at somebody like Joe Burrow or maybe another quarterback, but we'll see. Joe Mixon's an 89 overall. He's overall behind AJ Green. He's our best offensive player. We still have Giovanni Bernard at 78 overall. Rodney Anderson from Oklahoma. Trayvon Williams as well. So, and we got a decent receiving core. AJ Green. We still got Tyler Boyd, John Ross, Auden Tate, Erickson, Williams. Yeah. Tyler Eifert. I don't really know if I'm going to keep him or not, but we'll see if there's any other good tight ends out there. CJ Uzoma from Auburn. I've always kind of liked him. I think he's always been a pretty good tight end. Tight ends are decent. So overall, I mean, this team might be, you know, it might have been one of the worst in the league in real life, and we finished 5-11. But, you know, with Zach Taylor being the new coach, and I'm playing this mode from his perspective. I'm playing as him, the coach. So we already took a look at the yearly awards. So let's go ahead and get to scouting, because we got a lot of work to do. I did download rosters that are accurate for the 2020 draft. So, of course, we got Joe Burrow, Chase Young, Derek Brown, Tua Tagovailoa, Okudah, Simmons, CeeDee Lamb, Judy, all the, you know, good players are still here. So, yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and scout some of the upper guys as well. Obviously, Chase Young is going to be a big-time guy. We'll go ahead and scout Tua. Go ahead and scout Doe as well. Isaiah Simmons actually fits our scheme. So I'm going to take a look at some of the top guys and see about these guys that actually fit our scheme. DeAndre Swift, halfback. He's a scheme guy. That's good. I like him. Jonathan Taylor, might look to him in the first round if anything, but I don't know. Xavier McKinney, free safety from Alabama. And Kristen Fulton. We'll go ahead and scout him. Grant Delpit. Yeah, strong safety for sure. Marlon Davidson from Auburn. He's a run stopper. I think that'll be good. Cesar Ruiz, left guard. Scout him. Patrick Queen, scout him. And we've used up all of our scouting points for at least this first wave, so let's go ahead and go with that. I'll go ahead and upgrade players. We only got one guy to upgrade, and that's Pruitt, our middle linebacker, who also won Defensive Rookie of the Year. So we'll go ahead and take care of that. Let's go ahead and advance to the offseason. Let's get started for the offseason. Let's get to the free agency. Let's get to re-signings and everything like that. I think the big guys that we're going to have to make decisions about are going to be A.J. Green, Eifert, and players like that. So as you can see, we've got 16 players that are ready to negotiate their contracts. So let's go ahead and take a look here.
These players are on the last year of their contract.
Yeah, so obviously we can negotiate with all of these guys. And this is our last chance to do it with all of them. Okay, so with A.J. Green, he fits our scheme. I want to bring him back. I want him back as a Bengal because, I mean, we're not going. I don't know if we're going to find another receiver who, is as good as he is. So I want to be able to keep him here. So he wants $38 million for 3 years. Let me just see if this offer is enough. I think I'm going to test free agency. Okay, that's fine. We can still bring him back. Or we can do the franchise tag. I might do the franchise tag, but I'm going to hold off on that. Let me see about Eifert. He's a 78 overall. This seems like a fair offer. Going to test out free agency. Okay, we might have to look at another tight end, but that's actually okay. Darquez Dennard, yeah, I definitely want to keep him around. I think this is a fair offer. Free agency would be better for you. Okay. Andrew Billings. Yeah. Okay. I don't really mess around with him. I want to be able to keep him for a little while. So let's see if that works. Perfect. Can't wait till next year. Okay. So we re-signed Andrew Billings, 77 overall defensive tackle. Nick Vigil, 75 overall, maybe. Clayton Vigelman, whatever. I think I might let you walk. Kerry Wynn, left end, 69 overall. Greg Maben, Leroy Reynolds, right outside linebacker. Maybe I might. Let's see. Let's take a look at what these other guys are all about. Yeah, I'm probably going to let a bunch of these guys walk. Because we've gone through, the guys that are in the, the green as far as the overalls, the more higher end players. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get Nick Vigil to stick around. Maybe. Yeah, let me see about Nick Vigil. I think he could be a pretty good left outside linebacker for us. He's been pretty serviceable, I would say. This is exactly the offer I was hoping for. Next season will be great. All right, that was painless. So we got Nick Vigil re-signed. I'm going to go ahead and let Clayton walk. Kerry Wynn. Let me try to bring back Leroy Reynolds. He's probably not going to be asking for too much. I'm going to bump this up just a little bit, but this is a one-year deal. It seems like a fair offer. He says that the free agency will be best for him. That's fine. Let's see here. Greg Maben. We could probably find another corner that's about at the same overall as him. Here, Hardy Nickerson. Maybe. Let me see if I can get Nickerson back. I'm excited. Signed a great offer and stay with the team. Okay, so we've got him back. Alex Redmond, I'm going to let him walk. Ceylon Carter, fullback. We can get another fullback. Mason Skrichek. I actually want to go ahead and bring him back because it looks like we're going to lose Tyler Eifert, and I don't want to risk, not having another tight end on the roster. We still got CJ, and he actually might have to be elevated to the starting role. Because if we don't find another good tight end, then we might have to be the guy. Offer's perfect. I can't wait. Okay, good. Mainly just re-signing Mason because of tight end depth, and he still fits our scheme. So that's fine with me. Trayvon Henderson, strong safety. I mean, for depth purposes, probably. Brady Shelton, 64 overall. I'm going to let him probably walk. Yeah. But A.J. Green is getting the franchise tag. Yeah, I definitely want to place the franchise tag on A.J. Green. Look, we'll work out a deal maybe further down the road, but right now I don't want A.J. Green to walk anywhere. I want him to stay. I'm fine with letting Eifert walk. We got Darquez Dennard isn't interested. We did re-sign Billings. We re-signed Vigil. I'm just trying to see if I still want to re-sign any of these guys. Strong safety. I don't want to lose both of our strong safeties. So, you know what? Just for the sake of making sure everything is fine, I'm going to go ahead and try to bring Clayton back. I'm going to bump this up a little bit, 1.5. Let's see if that'll get him to sign. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Next season will be great. Okay, we got Clayton back. So I'm going to go ahead and let Henderson walk. Brandon Wilson. Yeah, I'm fine with letting these guys walk as well. Okay, so those are all the signings I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and advance to the next stage, which will be free agency. Let's go ahead and take a look at the market out there and see what we can do. I'm going to take a look at the salary cap situation because I think based on it, Andy Dalton's contract is pretty big. Our highest pay, let's see. Total bonus. Yeah, Andy Dalton, $97.7 million. Yeah. We do have a decent amount of cap space, so. Let me see here. Let me go. Let me go to the trade center. Trade block. Let me go ahead and put any team needs. These players are being shot by other teams. Okay, I got you. So, let me go ahead and go to the team. Hold on. Let me go to the roster. Yeah, I think it's a little bit different how to do this. All right. So Andy Dalton, we're gonna go ahead and add him to the trading block. Interest teams will make offers within the next week. All right. Yeah, Andy Dalton's on the trading block. I want to see if we can get a better quarterback than him. So let's go to free agents. We have $12.8 million in cap room. Let's see here. Let me go take a look at the roster and see what we actually really need. This might be a deal of where I mostly try to just kind of fill up the gaps. We're shopping Andy Dalton already. We have plenty of running backs. We need a fullback, but we can probably draft one. Receivers are fine. We're loaded on receivers as far as depth. And tight end wise, Zoma, we could keep him and have him be the main starter because we did bring back, of course, Mason. So, yeah. Let me see about the offensive line because we might need some depth here. At a center. I might look at a right tackle. There's Dunlap, Hubbard, Carl Lawson. I look at a left end as well. Defensive tackle with Geno Atkins still leading the charge there. We're loaded. We got Pratt, we got Nickerson. We brought him back. Probably will need some linebacker depth. Cornerbacks are pretty good right now. Brought back our other strong safety. Yeah, this overall might not be where we have to spend a bunch of money. Let's go. Let's see. Let me take a look at the offensive line one more time. Now let me take a look at positions that. Let me take a look at just all the positions on the market and see if there's players that just have a higher overall. All right, we definitely don't need. Let's take a look at the top 100. Andrew Luck's a free. Well, in reality, of course, he retired, so this is kind of inaccurate if you ask me. But He does fit our scheme. He's a 92 overall. But I don't want to pull the trigger on that just yet. Kendall Fuller, maybe. Devin McCourty's a free agent. Bates is an 80 overall. Left outside linebacker. Kyle Van Noy, maybe. Definitely don't need you. Left end, we only have one left end, but Dunlap is still pretty solid at 80. Left guard, could use an upgrade there. Funny. Let's see. Middle linebacker Ryan Shazier. Ooh. But we have Pratt, Austin Eckler. Left outside linebacker. He fits our scheme as well. Matthew Judon. He fits our scheme. I'm going to go ahead and make him an offer. Not a big one, though. Let's go 2 years, $20 million. Yeah, we're fifth. That might be a little bit hard to get him. Mike Hilton. He's about the same as our other corners. Dante Fowler Jr. Wow. He doesn't fit our scheme, though, so that doesn't really... Oh, Ndamukong Suh. I already know what kind of money he's probably going to be asking for. Depth chart is pretty good, though, as far as right end. Breda, Lamar Miller, Jordan Howard, Clinton Dix. 82 overall. I don't really think we could use that. Free safety. We only have one free safety in Bates. Anthony Harris might be... I'll make him an offer. I don't want to go with anything too big. We're in second place in that, so... Don't think that'll happen. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry I sneezed right into the mic. Bud Dupree, Steelers. Evans. Little John. Littleton. We just really don't need another linebacker at this point. Von Bell, strong safety. He's a 79 overall. That's about the same, though, as the other safeties we have. So I'm not going to, Ryan Tannehill. Wow. Maybe. Nick Kwiatkowski. Jamie Collins. Yeah. Let's make him an offer. Doesn't look like he has a lot of competing offers, so we might be able to do this. Oh, you don't have enough salary cap room to make this offer. Okay. Well, it's just going to be a one-year deal then. We don't. Okay. Let me go to my negotiations. I'm going to... let me... go ahead and withdraw the offers. All right, so let's go to just left outside linebackers. Let's just stay here. Judon. Brandon Copeland. Van Noy. Let's make him an offer if we can. I don't want to make him a big deal for like 3 years, though. Salary cap to make the offer. Okay. It might be tough with the room we have, so you know what? I'm gonna have to do something pretty drastic. I am probably gonna go ahead and just try to. I'm gonna trade. Who is? Who's a guy who is taking up a lot of salary? Who's taking up a lot of cap room? Well, Joe Mixon is, but I don't want to get rid of him yet. We obviously have A.J. Green on the franchise tag. Let me see if I can manually trade Andy Dalton somewhere. I mean, Andy Dalton's a pretty decent quarterback. I feel like there's some team out there that would need him. Let's go and see what NFL team needs a quarterback. The Broncos do. Okay, that might be a good team to look into, but let me check out the rest of the league. Chargers need a quarterback as well. Do they not have Phillip Rivers anymore? No, they don't. Okay, so they might want Andy Dalton. Colts need a quarterback as well because looks like they let Andrew Luck walk a course, even though he technically retired in real life. Dolphins need a quarterback too. Jaguars need one, although I'm surprised because do they not have Foles anymore? No, they still have Foles and Gardner Minshew. Yeah, I'm not about just to give them another starting quarterback. And as far as trading Dalton, what I'm really looking for more than anything is just probably maybe a decent draft pick, maybe a second or a third rounder. Just kind of want to get Dalton, off the team because he's taking up some cap room. Would the Redskins be willing to take him? I think they might be able to. Yeah, they just have Haskins. That's it. They could use another quarterback. Is Drew Brees no longer on the Saints? No, they don't have any quarterbacks. Wow. What about the Steelers? Did Roethlisberger retire too? No, he's still there. All right. Texans don't need one. What about the Titans? Are they not bringing back Tannehill? They don't have any quarterbacks. All right, let me check the Vikings. Yep, okay. So I could trade him to the Broncos, but I would think that they would want Drew Lock to be their future. I mean, they drafted him last year. I would think that's what their plan is, but I don't know. The Chargers have they don't have any good quarterbacks at all. But you know what? Do the Colts still have Brissett? Yeah, they do. Brissett's better than Dalton right now. All right. Do the Dolphins still have Fitzpatrick, or do they let him walk too? Yeah, they don't have Fitzpatrick anymore. Okay. But, man, I think the Saints are a good destination because they don't have any. Because they don't have any, Let me see if I can try to get a third rounder, maybe a fourth rounder for Dalton. The Saints are not interested in quarterback Andy Dalton, make a better offer. Okay, how about this? What if I take that off and we just go with the third rounder? Trade offer was accepted. All right, so we got a third round pick in this year's draft for Dalton. I think that's good. So we might have some more cap, so that should free up some more room to go out and sign some free agents. So yeah, we definitely got more cap room. Now we got $29.5 million in cap room because, we're in need to upgrade some positions here. I'm not really going to worry about quarterbacks right now because I got a feeling that we're going to draft one. We finished 5-11. We're going to have a high pick, so we can take our picking of Burrow, Tua, and Justin Herbert if he's still there as well. So we'll see. Yeah. The guy I really want, I really would like to bring in Van Noy to shore up that linebacking core. But I don't want to bring him here for, like, you know, that long. Let's see about this. Well, we're in second place. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get Van Noy. He's just asking for too much. Right outside linebacker, I think, yes. We do need another outside linebacker. Let me see about Jamie Collins. 2-year deal. Let's see if we'll take this. All right. No more offers are being made for Jamie Collins right now, so I think we should be able to get him. Let me go ahead and take Van Noy. I'm going to rescind my offer for him. Okay, so these are the negotiations. So we're negotiating with Jamie Collins right now. 79 overall, right outside linebacker. He's only 30 years old, so I think that'd be pretty good to get him. Left tackles, yeah, we're not going to find a better one on the market right now. I'm not going to worry about that. Jeff Thunney, yeah. Not a very good bunch of you know, left guards out there. Plus, we're pretty good. We can always draft some good offensive linemen. Yeah. Let's see here. Right end. Yeah, we're pretty good there. I still want to get another left outside linebacker though, because see about Juden. Yeah, we're in fourth with 34 million. That didn't really do too much. Yeah, I think it's just getting too steep. I'm gonna rescind that offer. What about safeties? I think safeties was another thing I was kind of looking at as well. Clinton Dix. Man, McCourty. Anthony Harris is solid. I think he fits our scheme as well. We have Bates as well already. Let me try to see if I can bring in Anthony Harris. Maybe just on a 1-year deal. Yeah, that's a little too low for him. Let me bump it up. Let me go to a 2-year deal. Maybe 3.5 million. 5. They bumped it up a little bit. They're 99, we're 97. Yeah, yeah. Let's do this. Okay, we're neck and neck with them right now. Let's bump it up. All right, now we're at 101. Might be able to land Harris now, which is fine with me. Let's see. What other positions could we look at? We're pretty good at corner, I think. I don't think we really need to look at that. Yeah, I think as far as free agency, this is I think this is all we're going to be doing, which is fine with me. So let's jump ahead and let's see if Collins and or Harris accept our offers.
All combine stats, such as the 40-yard dash, are now available in scouting.
So Harris rejected. That's fine. But we did sign Jamie Collins. So that's good. So we got a so now taking a look at the roster, we've got a good right outside linebacker. With Jordan Evans there. Collins fits our scheme. Let me see if I can give him like 91. Give him one of his original numbers. I'll just give him 90. That's good. Yeah. So we have Jamie Collins. Pratt is our defensive rookie of the year. We still have Vigil, but I think with left outside linebacker, we'll look for one of those in the draft. Biggest name we're going to be going with in the first round for sure, quarterback. Got to. So let's go back to scouting college players.
Each player has a combine grade. Now this score represents how.
So obviously we've got the combine grades, although I'm really not going to be paying a whole lot of attention to that stuff because I'm mostly going to be concerned about, looking at, just overalls more than anything else. Let me scout some of these safeties here. Antoine Whitfield Jr., that might be a good pickup. Found a diamond in the rough. Cool. Used up our scouting points there. That's fine, though. Next week. Big decision, fifth-year options. Which player? A question about John Ross. He's due for an extension next offseason. I liked what I saw out of him last year. What do you think? Is he worth keeping around long term? I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say yes for now. Absolutely. We definitely want to keep him around. In that case, do you want to go ahead and pick up his fifth-year option? I'm going to ask him what he thinks. What's your opinion? Should we do it? It depends. If we want to keep Ross long-term, it's probably a good idea to lock him up for a fifth year. We'll get to keep him an extra year without negotiating a new contract, but we'll have to pay him like a top 10 player at his position for that 1 year. If you think he's an elite player, then it usually makes sense to pick up his fifth-year option. Well, first of all, he's not a top 10 talent in the league. The fact that we'd have to pay him like that, I'm going to pass on the fifth-year option. Nah, I don't think it's worth it. Okay, got it. I'll make a note for next year. Cool with me. Pass him on the fifth-year option, which means his contract expires a year from now. If you don't intend on keeping him, consider trading him to another team before the Week 8 trade deadline. Okay. Well, shoot, maybe we could try to trade him right now. Because looking at our receiving core, I mean, it's pretty stacked. Boy, we got Ross. Alden Tate's pretty good. Maybe we could try to trade him now. Trade away. Yeah. Who needs a receiver? Plus, it could also free up some more money for us. We could use elsewhere. Really? No team needs a receiver? Okay, well, I guess I might as well take a look at some of the depth charts for these teams and see what they need. Theirs are pretty stacked. Bills. Do they need, a better receiver than this? I would think they would. John Brown. Pascal. Broncos. What about them? Do they need a... I don't know if they brought Sanders back or not. Sutton's pretty solid. I think they might be set. They might not need a top-flight receiver. The Browns might need him. They still have Odell? Yeah, they still got Odell Vaughn. Yeah. But I kind of don't want to trade him in the division. That might, having to play him twice a year, I don't think, because that could backfire on me if he, just goes out and balls out against us. Cardinals, I think they might be interested. Philip Dorsett, Christian Kirk is an 82 overall. Yeah, I think the Cardinals could use something. We need a right tackle, maybe a cornerback. Do they have maybe a right tackle that we could take? Gilbert, maybe a cornerback. Byron Murphy Jr., Manuel Mosley, Patrick Peterson. We're definitely not going to be able to get Peterson. Yeah. I think they're right tackles again. I don't think they would give away Gilbert easily. Not left guards. Justin Pugh? Maybe. Let's see if this will work. Trade offer was accepted. Okay, so we've got a better left guard, and we got rid of John Ross, which helps out a little bit, so that way we have more cap space. Because now we have... So now, you know, we didn't have a whole lot because we got the big deal with Jamie Collins. So, yeah. So let me check and see how different the roster looks now, what adjustments we'll have to make with this trade. So with that being done, we have our new number 1 left guard in Justin Pugh from Syracuse, 7-year pro. He's been around for a little bit. Could definitely use some veteran leadership, so that helps out in that regard, I think, a little bit, just bringing some stability there. Bobby Hart. But as far as other linemen, we can look at, you know, taking care of that in the draft. So we've traded away Andy Dalton. We traded away John Ross. So that's what we're going with. Let's go back to scouting players. Let's see what we're talking about here. All right, so we need, the biggest thing that we need is, let's go ahead and go to the offensive line here. I'm really going to try to scout guys that fit our scheme. Going to be looking for these guys maybe in the late rounds, so, but that's fine with me. Seven scouting points, that won't be enough to last me to do something else, so let's go ahead and advance to stage 4 of the offseason. I think that's probably the last stage of free agency coming up, so might be done with that. So good, we can keep scouting. Good. Let me go to centers. We might be looking at drafting a center because we only have one on the roster. Diamond in the rough. Cool. Jonah Jackson. And at 10 points, we don't have enough to scout anybody else for today. That's fine. So, draft time. This first round pick is going to be interesting because depending on who's left, as far as the quarterbacks are concerned,
week. All the effort you spend scouting
that could very well determine how the rest of this franchise goes. So let's start the draft. Start drafting.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
All right. So we are on the clock with the 7th pick in the first round. Let's go ahead and go to next pick.
Are now on the clock.
Okay, so the Cardinals took Chase Young. Next pick.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Okay, so they went Derek Brown. They didn't take a quarterback, even though they need one.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
Steelers took Joe Burrow. I'm pretty surprised. They still have Roethlisberger and Mason Rudolph, and they chose Joe Burrow. Wow. So we are on the clock. Let's go ahead and make our selection. So Joe Burrow's out of the question. So as quarterbacks are concerned, the best guy on the board is Tua. I'm taking him. Roll Tide, Tua Tagovailoa, welcome to the Bengals. And they say good pick. Welcome aboard, Tua. Roll Tide. All right, so we've got our So we've got our quarterback of the future now. So let's go ahead and skip to our next pick in the draft in the second round.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
Obviously, in real life, the Bengals are probably going to draft Burrow, but for the sake of this rebuild, we didn't finish with the worst record, so the Steelers were able to get Burrow, which is a little bit sad because they're in our division, so we'll probably be playing him twice a year down the line. So now let's focus on players that we still need for sure. So I think the biggest thing that we need, so let's go and kind of check the board here. We really don't need corner. Receiver-wise, we're pretty good. Defensive tackle, we're good. Left end, Yetur Gross-Matos from Penn State. We do need another left end. Let me go to maybe guys that I've scouted. Tyler Bledaz. We need a center, so I'm going to draft him.
The Bills are now on the clock.
It says we reached, but oh well. We did need a center, so I'm going to go ahead and advance to the next pick. To our next pick.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
All right, so let's see what we've got left here. Guys, let me see about guys that we scouted. Right tackle, only have one active one, but we're not in the 5th round yet. Pert will probably still be there. Let me go to available. Jalen Reagor's still on the board. Wasn't expecting that. Do we need another strong safety? Antoine Winfield Jr. He's very tempted to take. We do need another left end. I'm going to take Nick Coe from Auburn.
The Bills are now on the clock.
Yeah, I know. I figured it was going to say we reached, but we need a left end, so let's go to our next pick.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
All right. So, 4th round, pick number 7. Let's take a look. We do need we still do need a fullback. Let me see scouted who's still left. Pert's still there, but you know. Yeah. Let's see. Antoine Winfield Jr. is still there. I'm going to draft him anyway.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
I knew it was going to say we reached, but it is what it is. Antoine Winfield Jr. was a great player in college. I don't care what you say. He's good. Definitely a guy that we could use on a team that definitely a guy that could be used on a team that wasn't very good last year. Let me see about left outside linebackers, because we haven't drafted one yet. Anfree Jennings from Alabama.
The Bills are now on the clock.
Says we reached, but whatever. We took one or two of his teammates.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
Next user pick, please.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
Okay, so we're in the 6th round, or 5th round. Scouted, okay. We do need a right tackle, but we could always take a left tackle and move him over to right tackle. Jared Hilbers is the best looking one on the board. Ceiling says undrafted, so There's no right tackles available. So, yeah. Let me take Jared Hilbers.
The Bills are now on the clock.
Reached, but we needed a tackle. Send him ahead in the draft.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
We're in round number 6. We took a left tackle, so I think that takes care of the right tackle void we were trying to fill. Let's go to defense. Okay, we took a left outside linebacker, which we had to do. We only have one free safety on the roster, so are there any good free safeties still on the board? Stephen Ward, Eastern Washington. He's there. Might take just the best available on the board at this point. Courtney Davis. We did trade away our, receiver, John Ross. He's still on the board, so let's go ahead and take him. Yeah, good, says good pick, of course. Do we need a receiver? It's not a priority, but you know what? I think it's a player that we had to pick. So this is our last pick of the draft. So we can always get fullbacks in free agency. Fullbacks are not really a big deal in the league anymore, if you ask me. Really no value in them. I need a free safety. I need to draft a free safety. I am going to draft... he fits our scheme, so I'm going to draft Isaiah Williams.
The Browns are now on the clock.
It says good pick, so there we go. 6'6" overall. Solid to me. Skip ahead in the draft, next use your pick, but we have no more picks. So that'll do it for the draft. So the biggest thing is that we've got our quarterback of the future in Tua Tagovailoa from Alabama. So let me go ahead and take a look at the contract details. So let's take a look and kind of recap who we drafted. First round pick was Tua. We took Tyler Badayes, a center, in the second round from Wisconsin. Nick Coe, left end from Alabama. Antoine Winfield Jr., safety from Minnesota. We took Anfernee Jennings from Alabama. And we took Jared Hilbers, a left tackle from Washington. Courtney Davis, wide receiver from Texas A&M. And we took, in the 7th round, Isaiah Williams, free safety from San Jose State. So those are our draft picks. So let me go ahead and adjust the roster because we drafted a left tackle. We might be looking to move some of the tackles around to kind of compensate for the fact that we only have one right tackle. So I'm going to go ahead and probably move Isaiah Prince over to right tackle. It shouldn't mess with his overall too much, but I think it definitely will help for depth purposes. It didn't decrease his overall. So Nick Coe will back up Carlos Dunlap. Got Lawson Hubbard. Geno Atkins is still here. We're pretty good at defensive tackle. Vigil, Anfernee Jennings is going to back him up. Nate Pratt, our defensive rookie of the year. We signed Jamie Collins, William Jackson, Dre Kirkpatrick. Cornerback situation, I think, is okay. I think our top 2 guys are decent guys. We took Isaiah Williams, free safety, to back up Jesse Bates III. Sean Williams, we brought back Clayton, and we drafted Antoine Winfield Jr. He could probably blossom into a good safety. So I think taking him was a good move. The only thing we don't have is we don't have a fullback, but I could always move one of these tight ends over if need be. But I probably will look in free agency for a fullback as well. Now, Tua is a 78 overall. That is significantly better than what we had in Andy Dalton because he was only a 71 overall. Tua's a rookie, of course, so naturally we're going to be seeing how he plays in his rookie season. Ryan Finley, and we have Jake Delingla. So So this is our roster. This is the squad that we're going to try to roll with next season to try to get the Bengals from the worst team in the league into a playoff-bound team. And that's going to do it for this first live stream of the Bengals rebuild. I'll try to kind of keep this going, guys, because I know with a lot of the gameplay videos it's been very few and far between, but I'm going to try to keep this series going. So I'll probably bring you guys another episode on next Saturday, because I obviously get weekends off, and during the week I'm busy with work and all that type of stuff. So next Saturday, I'll bring you guys another live stream. Thank you to everybody that checked out the stream today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This has been Malin, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.